Alrighty guys, how's it going? Nurbo here. Hope everyone's having a good day. GG, how you doing, man? Card packs have been sent out. Um and I don't think this is working still. I really don't know what the status is on this stuff. Don't know if it's gonna ever come back. I mean, I'm sure someone will eventually crack the code and get it working again, but for now, like, no more video stuff, it looks like. Yeah, so it's okay to do shoutouts right now. Just because I don't normally do this during news trailer time because of the video clip thing, but it's not happening right now, so we're fine. You're good. It's good to hear. What's up, Chad? How you doing? How's Wukong treating you? I will show you something, man. You took me first. Gigi took you first. It's broken for me too. It's broken for everyone. It's a Twitch side thing. Twitch messed up their algorithm with the highlights thing, and that has now made all the video players stop working. Sadly, that's okay. We're running a little late. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have started this about 30 minutes earlier, and that didn't happen because of reasons. So we're going to try to do this. We don't have a crazy amount of news, so hopefully we just jump right into trailers pretty quickly and try to get some of those out of the way because we got a lot of trailers that have just been constantly piling up on us. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So first news article is Dauntless is shutting down. If you guys remember Dauntless, that was the free-to-play Monster Hunter game that came up. Dauntless will receive no additional content or updates as of May 29, 2025, and the game will no longer be available to play. So that's it. Dauntless is going. It's shutting down entirely. So goodbye, Dauntless. Not surprised. It's been constantly like going down player base in a steady pace. So they tried, didn't work out. It's hard to go against Monster Hunter, especially now that Monster Hunter is like on all platforms. So yeah, I'm on the finish line of the game, made me angry, so I'm taking a break. Sometimes it's a good thing. Those type of games, sometimes you need like a refresher. You need to like step away for a bit, and then the next day when you come back, it's like everything just clicks. That's how a lot of Souls games are. So no surprise there. Blooper Team is in the news. The Polish masters of horror and Japanese giant Konami Digital Entertainment are continuing their partnership, announcing the signing of a new agreement for a joint project following the massive success of the remake of one of the most highly anticipated psychological horror games, Silent Hill 2. Developers are now focusing on a new game based on Konami's IP. So, awesome. Silent Hill 2 worked out really well, and they're continuing that partnership, and now they're working on another of Konami's IP in the horror thing. I'm actually curious what that's going to be. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. We got WB in the news. Bad news, to be honest. Warner Brothers Games has announced that the Wonder Woman game has been canceled, and Monolith Studio, best known for Middle-earth Shadows of War, are being shut down as part of large cuts. The shakeup comes from 2024 Suicide Squad bombing and the platform fighting game Multiverses also failing to make a comeback. In a statement, Warner Brothers Games said, "We have had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possible with our key franchises, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. After careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios, Monolith Production, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games, San Diego. The development of Monolith's Wonder Woman video game will not move forward. Our hope was to give players and fans the highest quality experience possible for the iconic character, and unfortunately this is no longer possible within the strategic priorities. Player First Games is the team that built Multiverses, so that's going. Big surprise there. WB San Diego had been working on an unannounced AAA game, which was supposed to be a free-to-play cross-platform game, and that also got canceled and is gone. And Monolith was working on Wonder Woman, which apparently got rebooted halfway through development last year, and was struggling to incorporate the studio's patented Nemesis system for evolving relationships with the NPCs, according to Bloomberg. So, yeah, that's kind of really sad. I really like the Nemesis system. I really like the Monolith, the games that they made, the Middle Earth games. Those games were freaking awesome. So, kind of really sad to see that happening. On another note, it's rumored, it's not confirmed, but this whole Wonder Woman game, the fact that they rebooted is kind of really, really bad, especially when the rumor is that they had already spent $100 million in development. That's just absurd, you know? Like, what's up, Cooch? How you doing? That's just absurd when you think about it. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, man. I really hope those Monolith guys make a comeback in their own studio with most of the staff, I hope. But we'll see what happens. Usually those people scatter and end up in different places, but never know. Next up, we have the PlayStation Plus Monthly for March. So, here's what we got. We got Dragon Age, the Veilguard. This is all as of the 4th of March. This will be available. Dragon Age Veilguard on PlayStation 5. Sonic Colors Ultimate, PS4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection on both PS4 and 5. And that was pretty short. Wow. And last chance to play for until March 3rd will be Payday 3, High on Life, and Pac-Man World Repacked. Those will be leaving as of March 3rd. So, yeah, get it in there while you still can. Following that news. Doing all right, just chilling with the boy. How you doing? Doing all right. Glad to hear that you and boy are doing well. So, this is interesting news, especially considering last week we finally got finalized the court stuff with the Dark and Darker devs and Nexon. Well, Nexon's in the news again, and man, they need better security at that place. They need to secure their stuff better. I don't know. This is just bad. Either that or start treating their employees better. Something. I don't know. This is crazy. Korean game developer Dynamis 1, which most of you probably never heard of, is under police investigation.
Boy. Wait for me, boy.
Under police investigation and charged of leaking undisclosed game projects owned by Nexon Games. Dynamis 1 was founded by a former Nexon staff who were involved in the development of Blue Archive. In September 2024, they announced a new game title called Project KV, which was abruptly canceled after receiving backlash for its resemblance to Blue Archive. On February 24th, Korean police conducted a search and seizure at Dynamis 1's offices. Examinations of the seized data revealed that the company's executive illegally ran off with the unreleased game's development data after leaving Nexon. As a result, CEO Park Byung-rim and other key figures of the Dynamis 1 have been indicted on charges of violating the Unfair Competition Prevention Act. That's just crazy to me that now we have 2 cases of people stealing data from the company. Either they need to start treating their employees better, because most likely these people left because they were not happy at the company. But it's even worse because they didn't just leave. They stole data to start making their own games. Basically, come on. That is terrible, man. At least this one never really took off and got big like Dark and Darker did. But yeah, this is terrible. Sounds like they need better security. Sounds like they need a little bit better of everything. So better security, maybe treating their employees better so they stop leaving with their data or stop leaving in general. These Korean companies, man, a lot of these Asian companies, to be honest, are notorious for like just not treating their employees well. You might have not heard this, but this is a term in a lot of Asian culture, which is the term of black companies. And the word black company does not refer to the color of the skins. It's a slang used to reference a company that mistreats its employees and abuses them. Basically, like overworking them, not paying them enough, constantly being on their ass all times, and like because at the employment because employment regulations in a lot of these countries are not as strict as they are in the US and maybe the EU, to be honest. So like companies get away with a lot more than they do with here in the States. And that's why it's like it's crazy. Like hey, what's up, Snow? How you doing? But free data. Yeah, not so much free if you look at Dark and Darker. They're paying a nice heavy fine for that. And these guys basically had their whole company shut down by the police. They mistreat them, but then the people leave and they strive, and then they make sure that they fail or lose at their next job. Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's really really terrible. It's a big Asian culture thing. It's not so much like in the U.S. Don't get me wrong. There's crappy companies in the U.S. as well and in the EU, but it's definitely more of like in Asian culture where it's more predominant. And it's like I said, they have. I keep clicking the same goddamn link. It's mostly because like they have their regulation on like employee stuff is less, so much more like less strict than it is here. A lot of that stuff that they do there, they can't get away with it here. They like literally cannot. So in the news, we have PlayStation VR making a appearance. Still a little pricey for me, but basically for those of you who have been waiting for the opportunity to jump into PlayStation VR 2, starting in March this month, Sony is reducing the recommended retail price to $399.99. This includes the PlayStation. Well, let me clarify. There's two packages. I don't know why you would get the other package. Like I'll show it here. So there's just the VR package, and then there's the package that comes with the Horizon bundle, the Horizon VR game, Call of the Mountain. They're the same price. So why you would even get just the VR is beyond me. I really don't understand that. They're literally the same price. Like PlayStation VR with Horizon bundle. It literally makes no sense. So $399.99 includes the store voucher for Call of the Mountain, the Horizon game, PSVR headset, PSVR Sense controller. This is PSVR 2, by the way, both of those, and the stereo headphones. So yeah, there you go. If you guys were looking to get something like that, I still think it's a little too pricey, personally, but yeah, price went down, so that's something. And then we got some tech talk. We got some tech talk here. And this is probably where your money is probably better off spent instead of NVIDIA. Don't get me wrong, NVIDIA's got some cool stuff, but this is where you're going to get your bang for your buck. AMD unveiled its highly anticipated RDNA 4 graphics architecture with the launch of the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT and the RX 9070 graphics cards as part of the Radeon RX 9000 series. The new graphics cards feature 16 gigabytes of memory, extensive improvements designed for the high-quality gaming graphics, including revamped ray tracing accelerators and powerful AI accelerators for ultra-fast cutting-edge performance, and breakthrough gaming experiences. Unified AMD RDNA 4 compute units feature up to 64 advanced AMD RDNA 4. 64 advanced AMD RDNA 4. I think I missed a word here. All right, whatever. We'll skip that. Basically, the AMD RDNA 4 delivers up to 40% higher gaming performance than its previous generation. The RDNA 3 architecture, yeah, that's what it was. Up to 64 advanced compute units over the RDNA 3. That's what it was. I accidentally copy pasted over something. High performance ray tracing with third generation ray tracing accelerators, and AMD RDNA 4 is able to deliver over 2 times the ray tracing throughput per compute unit when compared to its previous generation. Supercharged AI accelerators, second generation AI accelerators, are now receiving several enhancements, allowing RDNA 4 to effectively process advanced AI models, such as much faster than it was possible with the RDNA 3. Through a combination of additional math pipelines for AI calculations. AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution Technology 4, FSR4 basically, is the new cutting-edge ML-powered upscalers technology, delivering high-quality boost frames under even the most demanding workloads. And AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT was priced at $599, very affordable, half the price. That's the top of the line AMD card right now, half the price of NVIDIA's. While the RX 970 is priced at $549. Honestly, a $50 difference, you're better off getting the XT. Especially because the XT will be better. So, a lot of that was probably a little bit of gibberish coming out of my mouth because I made a couple mistakes here. But some of that probably you guys couldn't even follow. Basically, RDNA 4 is the new format. It comes with AI frame rate generation, which allows for the AI, just like in the NVIDIA cards, to handle a lot of the processing and doing that a lot faster. The other thing is it's calculating that it's able to put out 40% faster speeds in comparison, which I just want to point out that's equivalent to what NVIDIA is doing with its $1,000 graphics card. So, yeah. Just, this looks like your bang for your buck. Now, the other thing that I didn't mention here, which is another really, really awesome thing, and this is something to really take in consideration. These graphics cards aren't the size of a freaking bookcase. The power usage is so much more reasonable at 304 watts versus the top of the line NVIDIA pushing almost 600 watts. The price is also half the price of the NVIDIA one. And yes, the NVIDIA one has double the RAM, but 16 gigabytes of graphics memory is a lot. It really is a lot to have 16 gigabytes of graphics memory. Having 32 is just absurd. There's nothing out there that could demand that. So like at 16 is extremely like reasonable, especially with the AI stuff, which helps with optimizing this and performing better. Now the other thing I'll mention, because I'd said it, but I didn't really go crazy about it, was the ML accelerator. What ML stands for is multi-layering. So if you guys remembered when I did the NVIDIA one, basically it was multi-framing. This is the same thing. They just call it multi-layering. Essentially, it will generate multiple frames at the same time to make it as smooth as possible. Same thing that NVIDIA is doing. The exact same thing. So, yeah. Really awesome. Your face is a multi-layering accelerator. I just think this is awesome. I love what they're doing here. I love AMD, like, and the fact that they're not like top of the, like, they're not killing it on the graphics thing, because like NVIDIA's kind of cornered the market there, is a shame, because they have some really great stuff. And like, unlike doing what NVIDIA's doing, like the thing I like that AMD is doing is they're truly trying to innovate their stuff. Where like NVIDIA just keeps putting on more memory, more this, more this, more this. Like, don't get me wrong, they're innovating too with the whole multi-layering stuff that they're also doing in the AI. But like NVIDIA graphics cards are massive, like huge. They're pretty soon NVIDIA's gonna need its own case just for the graphics card.
year and a month, buddy.
Zombie, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. 13 months. Oh my god, I love you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. So, that kind of does it for the news. Now we can jump into trailers. We don't have much time, but maybe we can squeeze in a few. Fortunately, we started a little late, so let's see here. Right off the bat, we got a game that's perfect for Papa. He loves these kind of games, so here we go. Here is One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. How's Nine Souls going, by the way, Zombie? You getting close to the end there? I love tuning in when you're like in the middle of a boss fight. Like, there's something just so enjoyable about those like 2D Dark Souls and watching people trying to do the boss fights. You finished it? Oh man, that's great. It's probably gonna end up on your list at the end of the year, I imagine. You look like you were really enjoying it. Alright, next game. Pirate Warriors is an awesome looking game. Is a game called Fumes. What is going on here? Let's try this again. Video didn't load up for some reason. Doing okay, drained. You had a long day today, Blue. You were doing a lot of survival. I saw you were trying to help a lot of people stay alive. An emotional day. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. I want to see the clip. It's not working. Like, Twitch needs to fix their crap. The video clip. I'm like so depressed that I don't get to see your guys' silly clips anymore. Like, goddamn Twitch, man. They just have to break everything, take away all the joy in our lives. Next up is a game called Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Shinobi.
Forged to unleash vengeance. More than a weapon.
Now,
it is the soul of a shinobi.
I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think this is the actual, like, Shinobi franchise. If you guys remember from, like, the Sega Genesis Mega Drive days.
No obstacle can stand.
I think they're bringing that back, because Sega has been, like, working on bringing back a lot of its really old franchises. I think this is not a new IP. I think this is literally, like, that Shinobi franchises, but, like, there's a lot you can do in this game that you could not do back then, but that was also because of limitations of what the Genesis was able to do.
Each weapon a tool.
Such a clip in Discord?
A part of the whole.
Let's see what you got.
This is the mastery of a shinobi. The legend continues.
PlayStation.
Oh, this boss is crazy. Next game is a game called Sonic Crossworlds. That boss looked crazy. I've heard good things about this game. Like, as you just saw there with the rings, it's literally like you go from world to world and the track changes as you're doing laps. So like each lap of the race is completely different. This looks cool. It really does. And like it's a really cool concept because like the game doesn't get stale as you just keep doing the same tracks over and over. Like you're changing tracks every like lap, which is kind of cool. Next trailer. What time is it? We got time for one more. I know Snow is waiting for us, but we got time for one more. And that is Digimon Storytime Stranger. It's a weird name for a game, but hey, it's Digimon. Yeah, it's a mouthful of a title. Digimon World Time Stranger. It's weird name.
To turn the gears of time.
I feel like they should have spent some more time on that title.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine.
Digimon named their
Battle to
anime
alter
Ghost game.
destiny
It's
begins.
confusing. The slasher
Embark on
anime.
a journey
I think I heard about that
alongside
one.
Gods, heroes,
Like, I know they name their
monsters
games,
that
usually
bygone
Digimon
lives.
World.
The
It's usually the
anomalies
franchise name for the
known as
Digimon games.
Digimon.
It's just very interesting title there with the whole Time Stranger thing. Also kind of curious, is this supposed to be like
Seize the future
going back in time or something? Like, I don't know.
together. The story of a bond that transcends time.
I feel like they really could have like put that one on the board for a little bit longer to figure out. Okay. Alright, that's gonna be it for news and trailer time. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to some Destiny. I know it was a short one this time. Sorry, I ran a little late. But yeah, let's have some fun with friendos.